Your Money, Your Life, Controlled by You podcast with your hosts Ashley Gowans and Jackie Hendricks. Are you tired of feeling like you're losing control? We will use our knowledge and our experience to help you gain confidence in your ability to create a secure financial future and live the life that you desire.
Welcome to Your Money, Your Life, Controlled by You podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Goins, here with our co-host, Jackie Hendricks. Jackie, how are you today?
Doing fine. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. And today what we're going to be talking about it's the segue from where we were last week. Last week, we talked about how you can protect your assets in the future. Well, we want to talk about how you can protect your assets today. With that being said, there are people that you need to have in your arsenal, and there are plans that you need to have in place. Wouldn't you agree, Jackie?
Oh, I would totally agree. Some of the people that you do need in your arsenal would be like a CPA, a state attorney. What are a few others that you could mention?
Well, of course, you want to have a lawyer, for one, for your legal matters. Your insurance agent is another one because they help implement a lot of plans that you need, whether it's homeowners insurance, whether it's your automobile insurance, life insurance, and things like that. Not only do you need to have a CPA that you mentioned, but also a tax professional, because not all CPAs do taxes.
Correct.
So who are some others that we need to have, Jackie?
You need to have a financial advisor, but our advice with that is you need to look at the paperwork and the details and see how their fees and their services, the cost of their services are broken down. Another one that you really need is a trusted real estate agent or a real estate lawyer.
Right. Those are going to be the key players to make sure that your assets are protected today as well as in the future.
Correct. Another thing we need to take into consideration is not to follow a get-rich scheme. A lot of people are mesmerized by the glitz and the glamour and the cool words and the cool things or the promises they give, but you really have to look deeper. If it's too good to be true, you know what? It's not true.
And a lot of times with that, the empty promises will lead you down more of a financial burden.
Correct. In the long run, it most definitely will. And that's another thing we need to address is you need to have a financial plan for your future. This actually is different from a budget. It is your financial goals, where you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and so on and so forth, preparing you and setting you up for retirement so that you have money there that you can utilize in your retirement years. If you want to go cross country, travel the world, build a house on the lake, it's up to you, but you want those resources putting into effect right now so you have them in the future.
I'm going to live off the side of a cliff. That way I'm all alone. You brought up retirement and how to plan for a better retirement. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit more about our take on how you can plan today for a great retirement?
There are a lot of options out there that people just don't know about or really aren't that familiar with. They may hear about it, but they don't understand what they are. And two of the biggest factors are a LIRP, a life insurance retirement plan, and an annuity. Now, sometimes over the past few years, some of these have gotten bad raps, but they've come a long way. And they are really good to look into and can help secure your future. They can help you in your future by allowing you a lifetime income and securing your assets by putting a floor under it so that if the market does take a dive, you're not losing your shirt and your everything else. or thousands of dollars, but you are actually securing your money for future growth. What other options do people have?
Well, you brought up a very interesting point, and that's about a LIRP, which of course is a life insurance retirement plan. Like you said, a lot of people don't look at insurance necessarily as a retirement strategy or an income replacement. And I think that's where a lot of missed opportunity is. Now, when we look at insurance as an asset protection, we insure everything from our pets to our car to our cell phone. And that's there because if you drop your cell phone, what are you going to do? You're going to take it, get it repaired. And that way you make sure that you have an operating phone.
Right. And at a fraction of the cost that I'd rather pay $100 to $150 than $700 or more sometimes to replace the cell phone. So this is a way we secure our assets. Now, we use it a lot in every day. Sometimes we'll use it for disability insurance. Should something happen to you, it's going to help protect your streams of income. We also have, insurance that will help protect your home and your car. And there is something there also that most people aren't aware of. What is it, Ashley?
That would be an umbrella policy.
Correct. And what exactly is an umbrella policy? An umbrella policy is a policy that extends the liability of your homeowner's insurance or your vehicle insurance, and it acts like an umbrella. It covers not only you, but people in your household, depending on the policy and who you get it from. Extends it because most car insurance policies usually have limits preset limits. And you need to look at your insurance policy to see how much coverage you have. Right now, if you went out and bought a brand new truck or a brand new car, they're expensive. They can be $50,000 to $150,000 depending on the brand and the make, if not more. And a lot of insurance policies only cover up to 100 to 500,000. So let's say you got into a multi-vehicle accident and ended up hitting a building. You're in the millions. The insurance company is only going to pay to those preset limits, and then the rest is going to come to you after your personal assets, after your home, after your money. So you need to protect yourself. One thing to take into consideration when you're looking at your umbrella policy is to look to see if it also covers the uninsured. A lot of times, some do, some don't. So you need to compare apples to apples. The next thing to take into consideration is I'm not just talking about people who have lots of assets, lots of money, lots of real estate. This can happen to anybody. And you want to protect your family, your assets, and your future. This is a good thing to look into. And honestly, it's not as expensive as a normal insurance policy. So you might want to talk to a property and casualty insurance agent, the person that handles your auto. They can go into more details. Most providers do have an umbrella policy, so look into it and compare.
And one thing I always think about is the purpose of an umbrella when I think about an umbrella policy. On those dark days, it's your protection.
Yeah.
So, if you're thinking about the what ifs and having a policy in place, well, that umbrella policy is going to help shield you from those what ifs.
Correct.
Or
it happens with a car or your personal property. Someone slips and falls and their medical bills are outrageous. This is going to protect you and your family and their assets.
Now, one thing that we have not touched on is truly what is our greatest asset. And we all think of physical dwellings, physical things we can touch. Money is physical. That's an asset, of course. But if you really stop and think about it, your greatest asset is truly your health.
Correct.
If your health starts to decline, then your protection for your assets is contingent upon you still being able to make that premium payment, or be able to fund your retirement or whatever. That goes back to talking about the disability insurance, the life insurance. And we are planning on doing deeper dives into the different types of insurances, because we believe that the education needs to be there. Things change every single year in the insurance industry. And if you're not getting the education and the correct education, let's be very clear on that, then you don't know what options are out there.
Correct. Yes, our physical health can greatly impact our lives and our future if we're not taking care of ourselves. And something that's closely related to that is our financial health. They're very interrelated on how financial anxiety, financial stress, and financial trauma can affect our everyday health and our everyday lives. So join us next week when we go into a deeper dive, more details on our health as our best asset.
It doesn't matter where you are in life at this moment. We're here to help. If you are a college student, just starting your career or your family, even a seasoned CEO, and everything in between, helping educate you and putting customized plans and strategies in place is our specialty. Giving you the ability to control your finances now and protect your assets for the future. Don't miss our next episode, where we will be discussing the greatest asset that we all have, which is our health. Click the link in our bio to learn more about how we can help you get started on securing your financial future. Make sure you don't miss an episode. Click subscribe to get notifications of what's coming next.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to check out our channel for similar content.